You know, it kind of baffles me that some of y'all think you're deserving of superpowers. The same people that were just yesterday, flexing their money on Instagram, flexing their stuff, telling you how much better they are than you. You think you're deserving of superpowers. The same people that ignore all of their intuition, all of their guidance, all their ancestral knowledge, the DNA, that ignore all of the conspiracy theories that are going on around the world, that are literally telling you what's happening right in front of your face, but you're still so fixated in your root chakra. You're still stuck on everything physical, whether that be sex, money, drugs, alcohol. You're stuck in these things that they left for you as a trap. You need an escape? Here, have this whiskey, and look at all the different varieties that we have. Oh, I'm classy with the alcohol I'm drinking. No, you're poisoning your body, and you're paying a lot for it. Well, I'm gonna keep on doing that then. And you think you're ready for superpowers. You don't care about the numbers. You don't care about numerology. You don't care about the stars, the sun, the moon. You don't care about those any other day of the year. But around December 21st, all of a sudden, you made a new holiday, from these pagan religions that we're starting to break out of. You bring in this new holiday called "Do I Get My Powers Today?" Day. Y'all want superpowers, but you don't even understand your power yet. Some of y'all are not open-minded enough to take in the information needed for you to find your superpowers. Because some of y'all need to understand, yes, there is a change happening on this planet where some people might wake up with some powers. But I think it's a lot easier to make that transition when you've been working on it the entire time. It's going to be an easier transition for you. Some of y'all might wake up one day with some superpowers, but are you ready for them? Will you be able to use them responsibly? Are you gonna do them to go rob the main street, like some fashion store? You gonna go to Saks Fifth with your teleportation powers? Don't get me wrong, like take stuff away from them. I'm with it. But are you gonna take it away for that purpose, or are you gonna take it away because, oh man, I'm gonna go shopping, I don't have to pay for it? The first thing you're gonna do with your power is steal, and you think you're responsible enough for superpowers. Let's talk about regular power real quick that some of y'all don't know about. There's a power in being alone. There's a power in disconnecting. There's a power in knowing that you can't be bought, that you can't be bribed. You can't be like lured in with money. You can't be lured in with food. Let's just say you're taken captive and they say, tell us what you want, or tell us what we want to know. And you just sit there and be like, well, if you give me a cheeseburger and the number 5, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Really? That's the type of stuff. Like, I'm not, to be fair, the whole snitches get stitches, don't snitch. I'm like, I'm not going to jail for you. Sorry. But where I draw the line is weak-mindedness like that, where you can literally sell out your homeboy, sell out your friend for a damn 3-piece and a biscuit from Popeyes. So they gave you poison, aka the fried foods, and all the stuff that they put in these chickens and the antibiotics and all the drugs that they put in them. Once again, the Food and Drug Association are listed in the same breath. You don't think that they go hand in hand with this? So you sold out your boy, your homie, whoever you're supposed to ride with. Yo, I'm a real one. I'm with the streets. I'm by the code. Blah 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 blah. But you sold them out. I'm not saying, once again, people can have their own opinions on this. But I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do. I'm not a real gangster. I'm not hood. I am not from the streets. Sorry. But the fact that you can look at someone and tell them that you're all the way with them, but you sold them out for some food, for a value meal even. You didn't even get a whole bucket. You got a value meal and a little soda, which is full of more sugar, which makes you more docile, more compliant. This is the game. This is why they will give you a cigarette in the interrogation room. This is why they'll bribe you with the food, because most of y'all have been geared to that low level. Y'all aren't operating from a state of divinity. You aren't operating from a state of royalty, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. You're not operating from there. Because a lot of y'all are going to use your powers to go hurt people. To hurt the people that didn't do nothing to you in the first place. Or you're going to use these powers to go hurt people that were duped into hurting you. See, some of y'all are so closed-minded that you can't even see the truth. So you don't get these superpowers and you're still blind. So now you're going to use these superpowers on your actual allies. But you think you're ready for superpowers. Let me tell you a little bit of something about me, man. It's like I am still in the self-discovery phase of my life. And more things are becoming clearer and clearer and clearer because I'm putting in the work. But one of my superpowers is that there's 3 versions of me in here. For those of you that are new to my channel: Prince, Oliver, dude in the basement. Prince, the light side. Oliver, the dark side. Dude in the basement, a demon that was literally haunting me that I tamed. And now he's part of the team. That might sound crazy to some of y'all, but I'm in Oliver mode after yesterday. Last time I was in this mindset, I conquered my greatest enemy, which was college. Now I got another enemy to conquer, and I'm going to do my part. Some of y'all need to step up. I'm just being real, because things are real out here. You know, I've always known it, but I had to see it for myself. Things are real out here. Some of y'all are still focused on getting a job. Oh my God, I want a husband, a wife, a girlfriend. I want this and that. I want the money. I want the car. Oh my God, I want that new graphics card. Well, for what? For what? What do you want it for? What do you need it for? Nothing? You just want it because it's the newest thing. You just want it because it makes you look famous. You want it because it makes you look like you're all that in a bag of chips. Guess what? You are powerless right now until you step back up to that level. Until you say, wait a minute, there's power in numbers, guys. If we all band together and stop trying to be individual prophets out here, maybe we can get things done. Some of you are the front lines. Some of you are the back lines, myself included. I'm a back lines person. I use my voice. I get the blowhorn or like the big old microphone, whatever, and I'm telling y'all, yo, keep going. Sometimes people need to hear that. Sometimes people in the front line are too busy to like put out that message. So that's why I and people like me pick up the slack. If you in the front lines, most respect for you. But stop looking at people that know their position and say, hey, that's not my role right now. This is my role. I can be the most good, the most service to this fight. If I'm up here, just keep on using my superpower, my voice, to get people going, to wake people up, to activate people, to get people open-minded to a new way of thinking. Because that new way of thinking is the way that's going to bring all of us success and happiness and true freedom and liberation. But some of y'all are too wrapped up in the game to see what people like me are saying, what the front lines people are saying, the ones that are actually going in front of these buildings to protest. And they're saying these things and dropping facts on people, trying to make a change at the foot level, at the ground level. There's people at the ground level and there's people that are going to use this platform to get their voice across. When you are getting censored for speaking the truth, myself just going through that just now, just yesterday, when you see what's going on, you realize that there is no freedom of speech because y'all think y'all have the freedom of speech because y'all ain't talking about nothing. When you start talking about the real stuff, the stuff that these narratives have been crafted and curated to put you in a different path away from the truth, this is what's going on. It's a game. This is something Dick Gregory always said. It's a game. And my role in this game right now is to get y'all out of the mini game. Y'all been playing the mini game this entire time, and y'all haven't been doing the main missions. You haven't been going through the store. You haven't been leveling up because you got stuck in the arcade, playing the little mini games that give you no real reward in life. That's what you're doing right now. I'm not saying to not enjoy the luxuries that you have worked so hard for. Enjoy them, because I'm a bougie, thrifty individual. I'll be serving my purpose from a penthouse one day, from a huge plot of land one day. That's just my own personal interest. You are still entitled to live your own life, your own individual life, but you need to remember that there's another fight going on that's more than just you. The first fight is you overcoming yourself, reestablishing yourself as an individual. The next fight is, okay, you're charged up, you're powered back up. Cool, we need you. Come on, find your role. Here you go. You can go there, you can do this, you can go over there, you can do that, you can go there, you can do this. Some of y'all are wrapped up in the corporate America structure. Use it. Use it. Some of y'all have just been yes men and yes women your entire lives. Oh, can you go rate this 800-page report in an hour? Oh God, I don't know if I can do that, but okay, if you can. And you stressing yourself out for somebody else's dream. You're stressing somebody else out and you find out you've been doing their work for them. You know, I'm just spitballing there. There's nothing in specific with me. Well, my first job. But anyway, it's like y'all don't realize how this whole system is here to take your power away. It's time for you to get it back. You need to understand the power of unity. You need to understand the power of collective effort. Stop this individual renegade type of stuff and band together. If you're going to be a media platform, okay, get together with some people that you know can't be bought and start spreading a message, and do it in bulk, do it in coordinated attacks. If you want to be the front lines people, stop just showing up with signs. You need to be ready for war. This is why, like, I know I'm not front lines person yet, because I'm not ready to put up what I'm telling y'all to put down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready yet. And I know my role right now. I'm supposed to be back here, you know, fixing people up, you know, getting you in the right mindset, reestablishing your mindset, reestablishing why you out here doing this. Anyone can do that. Even some front lines people can do that. I'm still growing and developing myself, as you need to. That's how you become more useful to the world, to your community, to the people around you. Do you want to have a positive impact on people and go and, like, you know, and fight for what you truly believe in? Or do you just want to be part of the game and flex your wealth over people? But haha, I'm the only one. You can't get on my level. Or you spiritual people out there, oh, you're not as woke as me, so I'm not even going to bother wasting my time trying to explain this to you. No, we need to be explaining what we know. We had to go through the trials and tribulations before this grand awakening that's going on. So we are supposed to be the ushers to people that are waking up to their power. We are not here, and I'm going to make a whole separate video on this. We are not here to tailor them and to wrap them up and get our own little disciples from the new people. Because as they grow, they might disagree with everything that you're saying, even though you brought them into this world, this spiritual world, where you can operate and use the unseen forces for a crazy impact. This is what that handful of elites, are trying to keep you from. Controlling the media, controlling the books that are released, controlling the crystals that can be found. You feel what I'm saying? It's like y'all have to be crazy to think that these powerful entities that can snap their fingers and geopolitical events will happen are not holding on to some powerful secrets. You have to be some level of stupid to think that we are the only people that exist in the entire cosmos, that we are the only life even on Earth. Some of these plants you can look like aliens. And you think that there's not other beings walking around here? Come on, dog. Come on. Wake up. I got censored for trying to pass on the truth. I got censored, warned. You know, this is your warning, young man. When I'm trying to spread the truth about these falcon punches that we're putting into ourselves and putting into our children, with all these side effects that are not being discussed on mainstream media. I got censored for that, and y'all think this is still a game, huh? I've gone from average Joe to going back into war mode just by making YouTube videos to make people happy, to raise the vibration of this planet. I'm serving my purpose. And like I said in the last video, sometimes your purpose finds you. Because I can't lie, for a solid half hour, I just listened to some Oliver music. Prince is the angel in me. Oliver's the devil in me. You know, quote, quote, devil, like the light and the dark in me. And then there's Ditby, dude in the basement. That's my pet demon, okay? It's like, you could think I'm making this up. You could think I'm crazy, whatever. But the thing is, I'm using all of these, what I consider a superpower. I'm using these to help people. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with those powers? With your power, with your superpowers, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to benefit the world, or are you just going to flex? Hey guys, look at this thing I can do. Are you going to sit here and make TikTok videos with your superpowers? Or are you going to get out here and start to make real change? Some of y'all think y'all ready. You're not. And some of y'all heard this and be like, yo, I'm ready. I'm ready to accept that level of responsibility. Then cool. You're the one we need here. We don't need these superficial ass people with superpowers. Oh, look, I can shapeshift. I can make myself pretty now. Really? So you can shapeshift into the head honcho of the enemy team that's been suppressing and like oppressing the entire population of the world. You can transform into them and walk in and get into some secret meetings that no one is allowed into, but you're going to make yourself pretty so you can get some Instagram followers. Look how pretty I am. Look how much I can make my butt bigger. Look how big I can make my boobs. Look how big I can make my muscles. Yeah. Look how big I can. You see what I'm saying? People are going to get superpowers that can do crazy things, and that's how they're going to use them. I hope that doesn't happen, because that's how I see some X-Men stuff really happening. The people that want to help the world and the people that want to serve their own egos. We don't have time to worry about that right now. There's a grand awakening rising. There's a vast amount of truth. The flood is hitting the earth right now. In some places quite literally, but the flood of information, the age of Aquarius, is here to wake people up. For those of us that have been on the path for a long time, it's time for us to usher in these new souls, usher in these newly awakened people, and get them to where they can serve their purpose the most, or just get them started. If they want to ask you for questions, then give them all the answers that they need. Shortcut them. Say, hey, yo, I went through this and I'm just letting you know the whole story. Because you have to give people the full story. You have to. You have to. Because if you just cut out trim the fat, they don't know that the failure is acceptable. They don't know that you have to keep on failing. You have to fail forward, fail forward. You're going to try to fast for 2 days for the first time. You're going to try semen retention and you're going to fall short. But you're, wow, wait a minute. This is something that I'm bad at. This is just another thing that I can improve at. Let's go. You're changing the mindsets. When you operate from a higher vibration, when you get out of that root chakra, where you're jealous of people, where you want to flex on people, when you want to stand on top of people, that's your root chakra. When you start to rise, you start to realize, dang, we all can win. It's not just what we've been taught. It's not just a handful of people. We can all win if we work together. And there's going to be a point one day that everyone's walking around with their superpowers. Hey, can you give me some water? And they use the air molecules in the air to fill up your cup. No payment needed. It just felt good to them to exercise their power. That's the world that I live in, and that's the world that I feel like we're getting to. When I sit out in the sun, when I go outside, it doesn't even feel bright anymore. It just feels like there's a different energy hitting the planet. That's because there is. And some of y'all are too close-minded to what's going on. Y'all think that this has to do with some airborne virus floating around? That's the sun. That's the sun doing this. Go look up UVA, B, and C radiation. Go look at Kali. And I'm going to post all these things in here. The truth needs to be spread. And I still haven't heard the person's name actually spoken, so forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong again. But it's like Yahki Awaken. I'll leave a link to his channel. He has real health that's going on here. Kalima Amun Ra, that's his channel name. He talks about the things that are going on with the sun. I will leave a link to the description, a link to his channel in the description below. And I'm also going to leave some stuff that's talking about these falcon punches, showing you what's going on with that. Because if they're going to try to silence me, I'm going to lay low for a little bit. I know when it's time to attack and time to retreat. This is the art of war. I'm in war mode right now. They want to make us wear masks and all that type of stuff. Okay, bet. But y'all don't know that I love wearing a mask. And I'm not talking about for compliance. It's just like, it's mask up. I don't have to be hood. I don't have to be gangster to put on that mode. For me, it's a hoodie. In all honesty, this is my armor right here. When I put the hoodie on, it's over. That's the mindset I'm in. Put the hoodie on. You want me to put the hoodie on and the mask up? Do you not know what mode that puts me in? That's my superpower. You want to put me in Oliver? Get out of my way then. Because the last time I did this, I overcame a tremendous feat. And I'm back in that mindset now. Like I ended the last video with, sometimes people go out there and search for their purpose, and sometimes your purpose finds you. I know I've probably said that already, but it's really real now, and I'm more motivated than ever. It's time for everybody to step up. It's time for you to use your voice. Wherever you are at, speak about your experience right now. If you are having thoughts about, dang, man, the sun does feel different. Dang, man, like I walked right next to a squirrel and it didn't move away from me. It just looked at me and I was literally a foot away from it. It didn't move. You can make videos about stuff like that, sharing your experiences with the world. Ask questions to the world, because you will be so surprised on who comes back to give you an answer. If your energy is right, like attracts like. I put things out here, but I don't know what just happened. I don't know what this was. I don't know what this dream was. But if y'all know and people give me some insight, do the same thing. Use the world to grow. Don't rely on Google. Google's one of the big tech companies. Why would you trust all of the information that comes from them? You can't Google certain things because they have literally said they push those out of the algorithm. You have to go on different search engines. Sometimes you need to go on the dark web. Be careful where you click on in there, but you need to go off of that. The internet that we have is a fraction of the internet. Why do you think these people be buying guns and grenades and all this type of stuff? Where do you think all this sinister, heinous stuff be coming from? The dark web and the deep web. The dark web and the deep web does not automatically mean illegal. It means this is the stuff that the mainstream internet doesn't want you seeing. Some of the stuff is incredibly heinous and disgusting. I'm not going to front. But some of the stuff is the truth that you could only find through these backdoor alleyways. How hungry are you for the truth? How hungry are you for power? You need to start there before you even start talking about superpowers. You know, it's time for all of us to band together. It's all time for us to learn from one another. Teach one, reach one, all that type of stuff. You know, we need to work together. We need to band together. We need so many voices talking about this stuff that they can't ban us all without it being too obvious. See, right now they're showing their hand. They're getting sloppy. Their system is crumbling. They're getting sloppy. Usually they've been operating from the shadows. You don't understand why this happened. But now we're aware. I know the game now. I know what they're doing. And I know every play that they're going to make. Why do you think every time someone goes to the hood and wants to unify the gangs, that person gets killed? That's just coincidence, though. You think that you were thinking about something, whether or not to do something, and you saw some numbers. Damn, that's a lot of 4s. That's a lot of 7s. 777. And I was thinking about that, but that's just coincidence. That's just a coincidence. I'm going to go back to Instagram and flex my money, make me a money phone real quick. Yeah. Oh, man. We got work to do, people. And it's like I'm in mask up, hoodie on type of mode. After yesterday, after being censored, after having my content removed so people couldn't see the truth, it's time to work. I implore everybody to go check out my YouTube, not my YouTube channel. I mean, that'd be nice too. You're already here. But go check out my Discord, because I think I'm going to post that. I'm going to post that video that I put in there about what I was talking about, the Falcon Punch. I'm going to post that video in there. I'm going to be making a Telegram channel. I'm going to reinstate my social medias, because now I understand why it's important to have these on this position. Use their weapons against them, and that's what we're about to do. I'm going to reinstate my Twitter. I'm going to I'm not going to really use them, but I'm just have them here. Feel free to follow me up there, the follow back thing, whatever. I don't care about all that. I'm just doing it in case I get shut down. I can send a message out to everyone and be, hey, they shut me down. I'm starting up a new channel. I started up the backup channel. Okay, what is it? Help me get back up to where we were so we can keep this message going. It's a team effort, okay? And while I'm here, I understand, especially now, why people make these Patreons, say, hey, look, $5 to get in, one-time fee, just come in so I can say what I need to say to you, so I don't get censored on YouTube, so I don't get censored on whatever it is. That's why people are moving off of YouTube. That's why people are going to the Patreons, what is it called? The Rumble, I think. They're moving off and they're using their own platforms. They're making their own websites. That's something I can see coming up in the future as well. I'm going to make my own website, so whatever I post to YouTube, I can post it on Patreon, Rumble, Telegram. I can post it in the Discord chat. We got work to do, and I'm going to get to it, and if y'all support me, if y'all support what I'm doing right now, then please support me, support other people, support all people spreading a message that's trying to help people, that's trying to grow people, that's trying to unify people. We have to work together. I'm not exaggerating with this. It's real. And I've known how real it was, but I just got a taste of it. And now that this lets me know that the rest is already for sure. We need to band together. We need to spread each other's messages. Do not sit on information. If you have a group of friends that's very spiritual, you see one of my videos, share it with them. If you see someone from Kali, see a video from Kali, share it with them. Share everybody's content, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, share it. Because that gets people thinking. That gets people thinking about something other than the stupid situation that we're in society right now. This is what helps us break out of it. New information helps us break out of the mold that we have been put in. We have to grow. They've been trying to limit our growth because they know once we start growing, we will outpace them. We will stand above them and we will see their little game for what it is, and we will pull it by the roots and destroy it. We already have cosmic family out there helping us with this. We have cosmic forces helping us with this. But you need to remember, even though that is our family, we got stuff to do while we are in this physical incarnation. While we are in these vessels, we got work to do down here. As above, so below. They're working hard up there. We need to work hard down here. Work together, band together. Join different communities. Do not have this sense of tribalism that you can only listen to one or two people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like fill your mind with everyone's ideas except for your own. But what I'm saying is listen to everyone. Is it something that you've heard before? Is there something that you can add to that person's message that you've learned? You know, hey, I love your message, bro. Hey, but add this in here because I learned this. Oh, snap. Yo, that's very useful. Thank you. Be open to criticism. Be open to people adding on to your life's work, to your project. Some people get this little sense of entitlement that this project, this is mine, and only I can touch it. Sometimes some people walking by and say, hey, add some blue paint to that. Hey, add a splash of yellow. And then when you do it, you're like, wow. This is what happens when we are open to other people's ideas. This is what happens when we are open to new ways of thinking, to opposite ways of thinking. We need to stop drawing these barriers between each other. Yes, we are all different. We all gain our source of power from somewhere different, whether that's religion, whether that's some spirituality, whether that be crystals, whether that be praying to a book, whatever. Whatever brings you your power, use it. But then don't get mad when someone doesn't get their power from the same source as you. That's all it is. It's just another source. It's just another watering hole. Oh man, you go to that pond down there. Yo, I can't talk to you, bro. You go to that pond to get your water. What? What sense does that make? It's time for us to get back to it. It's time for us to explore who we really are. It's time for us to blow up the truth and let the world see the truth for what it is. It's time for us to not back down. It's time for us to not silence ourselves. It's time. Get on this bandwagon or get left behind. To the next one.